Hello, everyone. I do have 5 to 7, 8 podcasts that I'm running, depending on the one I'm focusing on at currently. But I'm trying to create a current podcast and make sure that everything is in place while also monetizing the podcast and growing the podcast and creating meaningful change and value to the listeners. So currently, I have 7 podcasts. I should start writing and we use the whiteboard. Okay, this let's see. So list where how do we type this? Oh, okay, text. Okay, I see. So I have 7 podcasts currently. The number one strategy I want to talk about is I'm trying to be omni-channel. I'm already creating valuable content, so I might as well get in front of a lot of person. And so I'm looking at integrating AI, which I'm already integrating in a sense, and also integrating automation into the concept. So the idea is we want to be everywhere, right? So we want to, in order to be everywhere, we want to repurpose content. That way we don't have to go out of our way to do anything, right? We don't even have to like. So the content is out there. We just repurpose it and we put it out there for the world to see. So what I'm saying now is, oh, I like this. This is this is nice. Okay, so I could basically reduce the size and wow, this is beautiful. So one of the things when it comes to repurpose, one of the things I like to talk about is those Twitter graphics. So what I'm talking about is I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. That way you understand. So if you go to let's see Alex Omozi, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because I really want to like double down on all the platforms and leverage it. But the thing is, why not double down on it? Why not leverage it? Why not test and see what works? Well, I have content, but I need to synthesize the content and I need to put it out there. Now, if you go to post right on his YouTube channel, you'll notice no, not this image post. This image post is nice, but this is the type I'm talking about. This one, it's very simple. It's very straight to the point. It's easy to do, right? So most of the times, this will be me documenting me growing the podcast and also connecting how to grow, how I'm growing the content and all those other sides of the business. So now we're looking at it the most dangerous way. Its title is his name. So something I've been doing recently, and just let me know. I need video ideas right now because I don't even know what to make. Let me know. I don't know what this title will be, but something I've been doing is if you go to this is I did this for a friend of mine for his show, right? Well, you can go check out his show, right? It's a fantastic show. So you could search, yeah, let's search for a template and to search for Twitter, right? Twitter, cool. It depends on there are different styles, but the one, okay, let me just show you. This is the first style, right? It's this on a plain background, and then there's the black, there's the white background, there's the black and the white background too, and there's one I was trying to find. He posts that on his Instagram. I've not really seen that. Okay, so this works. So here, this is the one I'm looking for. So there's an image of him, and then it's overlaid, right? And this you can do pretty much very easily, right? So these are some of them, right? So what we could do is like this one now. So we'll look for the one that really have the same font as that. So this is an example of the one that has the image. Right, so this one you overlay the image and then you put your social handle and then you put the graphics. Now this can be done in a lot of ways. Number one is you can bulk create it, right? So that's is a kind of like automation where you get the AI to generate all the best quotable moments. You want to have a prompt that way you don't have to create a new prompt every time. And when it does that, when it creates all the quotable moments, you why is it taking forever to load? So when you taking forever to load, let's redesign. I don't know why that is for some reason. Okay, so you customize, you bulk create it. Right. Another thing you could do is I'm trying to set up automation is the automation will go through once you release the episode, it will go through, pull the clips, get the quotes, put it on the platform, send it to platforms, and then all you have to do is just show up and approve and say, yeah, this is nice. Go ahead, because I already have content. So that's one type of things I'm doing for repurposing. The other thing I'm currently doing is the other thing that I'm doing is shorts. So for shorts, what are we simply doing is we'll make these vertical videos, post it on the platforms, and then we repurpose them. We repost them using repurpose.io, right? We repurpose them using repurpose.io, right? So the shorts repurpose.io, and then so basically I think I like to see it of this way: there's image, there's video, there's text, right? So this Twitter graphics is image, even though there's text on it, but it's image. This short is video, and then text is newsletter, blog post, and all those aspects. So one of the things I'm trying to do is to be omni-channel, and not just be omni-channel, but actually post content, see what works, double down on it, and just do more of that. And then I'm trying to integrate AI into the mix such that I don't have to spend so much time doing so many things because I'm already creating the content, and that's like the major thing. And then automation and repurposing, right? So I want to consolidate a couple of tools and make sure that they get to you. So a couple of tools I'm going to be testing is I'm going to be testing repurpose.io. I'm going to be testing Buffer, see how it works. Buffer. I'm also going to be testing Make or Zapier, depending on the one it's easier for me to adopt. So I really want to build something that works and works well, such that it gives me an edge. Because think of it as an example, I want to create a full ecosystem that allows me to create content and put it out there. I'm already creating the content. Making of the content is easy. That's no longer a struggle or problem anymore, right? It's just repurposing, putting it out there, and not just allowing the lifetime of the episode drop out there, so that I can get in newsletter subscribers, I can get in website traffic, I can get in listens of the podcast, and then I can have enough stats to pitch to advertisers and sponsors, and I can also do affiliate deals and also sell services depending on what what they call it now, services, coaching and all that. Plus, if I am able to set up these 7 podcast systems and all these automations and run everything, what will happen is that at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I would be able to sell the services, this coaching and all that to other podcasts too, if it works for me, which is one of those things, right? But I think we just want to do it and want to build skills by doing and doing from actual stuff that works. So that's part of the strategy that I am looking at for the 7 podcasts, right? Creating content is really, it's just part of the game. I want to double down on other platforms because it's hard for a lot of persons. It's scary and people just don't do it. So I want to double down on that. I think part of the last part I forgot to mention is to get guests to post. So what I mean by that is most times when guests just drop, that's the end of the conversation, right? Nobody talks about, okay, what's the content the guest should be posting. So what I mean is that if I appear on your show as a guest and the episode is released, usually you send me a link. That doesn't really help anybody. So what we want to do is we want to create them native content for all platforms, right? So depending on their most active platform, which is easy to tell, just check their account and you see. Or I could put in a form. That way, when they fill the form, I ask them, do you love to share the content? What platforms do you want us to make native content for? And they select it, and based on that, we go to make those content. But in another regard, one way to think of it is, since we're already doing Omnichannel, we're already making this content repurposed, we might as well just share it to them. And after 90 days, if they don't post it, we'll go back and take it and repost it on our platform, right? So what I mean by native content is, when people talk about you, you want to control the narrative, right? So instead of them just putting a static image and saying this, which doesn't really convert well, because they're posting to their audience. So we want to give them something that it will convert well and get people to go actually listen to the podcast. It's more like we're making trader episodes for people to share and talk about our podcast, right? So we'll make really good content and clips, video clips, test clips and graphics and all that they can post on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on wherever they are. And then we'll give them specific hashtags to use and maybe write-ups to use. They can also use their own custom write-ups, but we'll give them specific write-ups to use. Now, a couple of things will happen is that we'll get to control the narrative of what gets posted, right? Now, a couple of things. One is that when those hashtags are there, when it will give us more SEO presence, right? One of my podcasts is Relatable Wisdom. And if you search for it, Relatable Wisdom, right? It's one, right? This is me. Basically, this is not me. This is not me. So what I want to do is this 1, 2, 3. I want to double down on it such that I am when you just search for Relatable Wisdom, whether you add podcast or not, I am the guy ranking on number 1. It's by force, by fire, by thunder. This is me. This is me. This is me. But this is me. This is not, this is me, but it was a guest I had on the podcast that posted it on his website. And yeah, so this is also talking about my podcast too. And this is me, but this is not me. So we want to I want to control all these other narratives and double down on it and get a lot of persons in front of the podcast. So podcasting is what I do, but it's not just podcast. Instead, I'm a media company, so that's who I see. And so yeah, we're already doing the work. We might as well just use AI to leverage and break down every other thing. So that's the time. Just I should brainstorm out loud and put it out there. Let me know if you have any questions regarding any of the strategy.